Oh, yes. This volunteer employment, right? I'm going to employ quite a few attorneys because I'm going to sue those that are oaths, badges, attorneys, mandatory reporters, yes, and every individual that has a legal or professional obligation for the enforcement of the laws. Now, the reason that I need these volunteers, yes, that may or may not come to work, that are recent high school graduates, yes, that want to work in the office, is that if my attorney, right, that's going to represent me, that happens to belong to the Bar Association, can actually explain to you, give you the documentation of the lawsuit, and you can read it with a high school education, and you understand what the lawsuit is, you might even explain it to me, that more than likely a jury of my peers will understand it. See, it doesn't cost me a lot to employ 4,000 interns that, well, they get their housing paid for, 11 days a month. They get to come to work whenever they want, approximately 20 to 30 times a month. And they're not actual employees the same as my attorneys are because most of them, they do come to work once a month. They're more like the individuals that are the actual juries that they're going to hear the lawsuits. And when you explain it to them or when they read it for themselves, if it's too complicated for them to understand, the jury's going to have a difficult time with it. Now, for some reason, attorneys, right, they think that they understand the law, but I always thought when I was going to sue 4 million American citizens right now, that I'd rather have a very attractive, large-breasted woman that would like to have a baby that happens to be white. That would like to just wear lingerie to work every day. That would like to actually listen to the attorney. What is this lawsuit really about? Now, today we're working on speedy trial. Am I still on trial or am I not? Does it violate the employment rights of America's attorneys? Yes, to not docket the next court date. Now, let's say I approached an attorney just for whatever reason. Uh, they'd say, well, where's that form for the speedy trial? I said, well, he said speedy told in the actual microphone of the court. And then they said, no, Speedy didn't toll. And we were waiting for a transcript. And then we were waiting for me to take a mental health evaluation. And then we were waiting for this and we were waiting for that. And they didn't really mean what they said on the court record. But it was July 6th. Oh, so they decided to set it aside and not docket the next court hearing. Is it important for your employment as an attorney of the United States to know when you could be representing a client? Oh, just be by. It is, isn't it? How many attorneys have taken it upon themselves to say, well, I can represent any indigent, any pauper, any homeless person. And the truth is, when you didn't docket the next court hearing, you violated my right to employment. Oh, so if you're poor, attractive, recent high school graduate, but maybe not the smartest, but smart enough to know what's good for you, large breasted triple D to J, or maybe a little bigger and you thought I should sweat for a couple months. I want you to work with my attorneys so that they can read, you can read the work that they do. And if you tell them I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, they're going to have to redo every lawsuit because I will make sure a jury of my peers understands why you're being sued. Um, you said Speedy told Brett Roberts on July 6th. It's on the court audio. Oh,